What is good, everybody? Merkle Moman on the scene. Welcome back. You lot have now been listening to us for 20 shows, and we are now at episode 21. As you know by now, we are a weekly podcast for sneaker news, UK releases, global sneaker trends, and all things in between. Today's podcast is brought to you in conjunction with the Pink Miracle Shoe Cleaner, the original shoe cleaner since 1985. With me each and every week, I have my co-host Dean Still.
What's going on?
And the homie Ash Bash.
I'm back.
For real. And I am fully glad to have the team back together. Ash is back from his dental care, and boy, it ain't no joke. So people don't play around when it comes to your teeth.
Really don't.
Dean has been grafting hard and is now back into the swing of things. And for me, myself, just had some family time, had some well-deserved R&R. But yeah, the boys are finally back together after a little 2-week break. And it feels good, man. It feels good to have the boys
feels
back.
right, man. It feels right.
Definitely.
For real. Anyway, this week, we've seen releases it's not even this week. Let's say the last 2 weeks. So the last 2 weeks, we've seen releases in the Yeezy 700 MMVN in the blue tint colorway, a women's Air Jordan 6 in a white, gold, and sail colorway, a Nike Dunk High Pro in a black and varsity maize colorway, and 2 out of 3 of us here at HSU managed to secure exclusive access to a yet-to-be-released sneaker. Which 2 of that?
Man said which 2? Man said which 2 of us?
That is rude. You know Dean doesn't have sneakers.
I don't even have the app, bro.
Well, you know now. But which
worst
2
quiz ever.
The worst opening.
Bro, they're long deleted. My sneakers app, man. I don't even know what exclusive access is now, man. It's like, what's that?
You don't know. You don't know at all.
No.
Anywho, which 2 of us that is, you'll have to wait and see. I'm going to have to cut so much of that. Anywho, all in all, some super dope releases this past week and a lot more to discuss in today's episode. But for now, let's get stuck into our first segment, in which we would like to call Favorite Shoe You Wore Last Week. In this segment, we talk about our most favorite shoe that we've worn last week. And today we've got Ash to get the ball rolling. So Ash, what was your favorite shoe you wore last week, man?
Damn, I've been off for like the last 2 weeks now with my whole mouth issue. And I've literally gone to the dentist, I think, every day for like the last 7 days. So got to wear some shoes. Didn't really wear anything that far because the weather was a bit touch and go. But I think the best one that I wore had to be the green Jound 992s. Finally undressed those like a week ago. Very nice to get them on feet and stuff. Looks super duper fire on feet. So happy that I picked those up. The pair still that I didn't think I was going to get. Super gassed.
Bro, that shoe, man.
Yeah, it's
so
beautiful shoe, man.
It's way out of the league for me now. Price range.
Price is crazy. Like I looked the other week, and I was just like, even when it was like 4 months ago, I thought it was too much, right? And I was like, now it's like it's like crazy. What is it, like 800, 700 quid? Like
655 and shit. Sizes, mad.
God damn! Like that's gone. It's over. Like, say goodnight.
And Ash, you've got both colorways, right?
I do indeed, yeah.
Flipping hell.
This guy, man. This guy just rolls up, like pulls 2 out, like, I managed to secure both. It's like, fucking hell, okay.
I've got issues.
Is that the first time you worn them then?
Yeah. First time I worn them.
How did it feel?
Oh, it was rough, man. It was good. It was good.
Yeah.
It was good. Yeah.
That's when you know, man. There's longer waited, and you get it on, and it's like, this is it.
Just looking down, and you're like,
boy.
They're comfy as well, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
That's the good thing about them. It's like they're all comfortable. That's why I've got so many of the 992. Even the New Balance in general, comfy shoes. So it's not one that you're going to be like worried about wearing here and there.
Even the 878 I had, which is like what's £80, was like really fine, like cushioned nicely, like better than most Nike kicks in terms of like the heel kind of support and the kind of back of it. Just on the underside is really like secure there. Whereas I find sometimes on like some of the Nike and even Adidas shoes, like it's a little less. It feels a little bit more flimsy. Do you know what I mean? Like, like less secure. Your foot is less padded. Yeah.
No, they do good work. Even like the 574s that are super cheap, like 70, 80 quid, comfortable shoe as well. They're just it's a good brand, man. We gas up New Balance all the time, but they deserve it.
Yeah, we've been gassing them hard and
too much actually.
Maybe too much. Yeah.
Kind of ruined it for myself. We'll get onto that later.
For real. D, what was the favorite shoe you wore last week, man?
Well, you know what? Ash commented on one of my posts yesterday when I took a picture in the old city of Bath. I was wearing the Union one, so there's gonna be the Union ones because of that.
Has to be.
That's the first time I've worn them in ages as well.
It was the black toes, right?
Yeah, that's the first time I've worn them in a long time, and you know it felt right. So I was like, yeah, going to Bath. It's not the best place in the world, but let's show off a little bit. And yeah, it turns out I didn't really need to do that because no one had any heat at all, bro.
Swagler City.
Yeah, but I saw one purple vapor waffle, but that looked bad. Like, yeah, you know. So easy.
I always forget about that shoe that it's like part neutral grey. Like I know it is, but I just never think about it.
That's oh man. Let's not get into it because it's such a dope concept. And
yeah, it's ridiculous.
It really is.
Do you know what? Like 3 years later, and then every time you take them out of the box or every time you put them on foot, they just it still gets you in the feels, doesn't it?
Do you know what?
I need to put that shoes, and then like I feel gassed with you too.
Do you know what? Honestly, that what I think makes them more special now. They came out in November 2018, so it's been like 2.5 years, coming up 3 years, and nothing has, in terms, especially with Jordan brand, like has really come anywhere near what they executed. Executed, even with the other brands. Personally, there's been amazing collabs, but this is like going to be looked back upon as something very significant, I think. I just think it's when you combine the execution and craftsmanship and story with just beautiful aesthetic, you know, that's it, man. To go into a winner.
And the shoes used as well, even on both pairs, it's like some of the best pairs mixed together. It's
it's just like how do you man, the concept. And do you know what, some of the best collabs since then, and probably like for Jordan, are the Union 4s, right? So like I guess but I it's still not quite the same, but still beautiful.
Not the same feel, no. And you know, that's one of them shoes that obviously, like for Dean, justifiable double.
Do you know
what,
man?
Do you know what? Yeah, like I to me, like that shoe is just very special. I think, you know, sometimes some things in life like go beyond shoes, right? And like for me, this is like something very collectible. The shoe is a work of art to me. Like everyone loves it, but like why I would go that far is that to me the shoe exceeds just a sneaker. That's why I've got 2 pairs of each. Well, 3 black toes and 2
fucking hell.
And bro, I couldn't fit them all in the pick, man. It was like, but you know, that's not me. I got one of those for retail. So like I bought early on a lot of them, and they were.
I remember that the storm blue one that was bought in anger.
Yeah, I bought.
That was so funny.
Yeah, I was angry, man. I was denied a very cool shoe for some strange reasons, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm getting a Grail." And back then they were like $7, so that was a lot for me. I was like, "Wow, this is a lot." And then now they're like
a bargain,
double that. Yeah, fuck it.
Have you seen UNC Off-White prices lately?
Yeah, man.
Oh my god.
This is fucking crazy. Like
you could have got that for 300.
Oh, bruv, honest to God, it's actually bonkers.
Wow.
Like, I'm surprised at those because like the Off-White ones are amazing, right? And they're so special in the sense that what they created, but the text on it that has a lot of potential to look tacky. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's something even with the Travis one with that stamp at the back and the upside down swoosh. Like, I love it, but that could age badly. Like that. Do you know what I mean? Like that could.
I think the Travis is more safe than the Off-White for me.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree, 100%. That text across
So,
the mid panel and then the midsole and the tag. I mean, the tag. I don't even. I don't use those. Like I stopped using those for well over.
I always use a tag just to be an arsehole. I love it.
Do you know what? I just don't like the way it looks.
It's annoying
sometimes.
though. Fucking
Yeah.
flopping everywhere.
Yeah, and you know what? On the ones, especially when I had the UNC one, I used to have that shoe, and then I had two, and then I sold them
I
both.
wish I bought it off you, man. Fuck.
Yeah, I know. You know, I sold it to Cash, and it weren't cheap. Let's just say that it was. It's a good deal for him.
Yeah, I remember it was a good deal at the time.
It's a good deal for him, and it's a good deal now. But it was still a big amount to pay. Yeah, it was a big purchase, big sale and big purchase. So, yeah, do you know what? That was one of them ones where like I had quite a lot of people because I had a size 10. People don't need to ask, but I used to buy pairs online that I thought were looking cheap to see if I could make money on them. And yeah, we're really diverging, but fuck it. So Cass got what he wanted, but the easy thing with that was like I knew he was gonna wear it and shit. Like I knew he was gonna enjoy that, so it was an easy sell. Like sometimes with these randoms, you're less willing to do a deal. Like it's like you don't know them and you're losing money. Whereas when it's your mate or someone's like, yeah, I'll take a bit less, and they're gonna wear it and enjoy it. So it feels
a good home, innit?
Yeah,
exactly. Just gonna hold it until fucking 2021 and cash out on you.
Literally, bro.
I could have done that.
Literally, like you know what? That's the thing that happens quite often as well, man. Like you can sell someone something and then you sold them it and they go cash out eventually as well. And you can't really. Sometimes you can't blame people though, can you? Like
no, opinions change, especially Off-White as well. Like it comes and goes as being special.
The market evolves and your taste evolves. There are some shoes now I love that I didn't like at all a year ago, and vice versa as well. So yeah, but yeah. What about you, Mo?
Bruh. You know what? After hearing you talk about this, I'm just like, I want to search for a pair now.
Don't do it.
I haven't got a pair, I haven't even got one. So I'm just like, oh. And what was worse is I just didn't even go for them. Like back in the day,
Do you know, you weren't alone, bro. You weren't alone. Jeff didn't go. I know a lot of people that didn't go for them because
Dean, I wasn't super duper gassed about it until I got it in hand.
Yeah, do you know what?
I thought it was cool, but I wasn't like these are the must-haves for the year.
I remember, right? Like when I saw the first pictures, the yellow stitching that was just stayed in my mind. And I remember when Offspring did the competition, and I wasn't on Instagram like that then. And I did a really shit entry, just put all my shit together, sat in an LA Lakers jacket, and like it was the worst entry ever, right? But like thankfully, because Offspring back then they had a lot of pairs, but they didn't have a lot of people entries.
Yeah, it wasn't as crazy.
I remember my size was one of the highest, and they had 120, right? So like now
that's 3,000 now.
Just you're getting thousands, right? So I was very fortunate, and I remember when I got the DM, I remember I confirmed, and they hadn't said thanks, and I remember I was because I was new to winning with them. You know what I mean? I wasn't used to winning with them that much. And this is like 3 years ago now. So like,
I remember people messaging me saying, "I haven't got thanks." Is that what I got it?
Bro, I was stressed.
You say you won and not say, "Of course you got it."
I was stressing. I was like, "Does this mean I ain't gonna get it? Like, I need to get it." I remember I broke my toe that weekend. I went and collected the shoe with a broken toe. I couldn't wear it for weeks, but I remember getting it and just man,
looking at it.
Just some pairs like they just they hit you, man. Even the little yellow UNLA tag, like just everything, like oh man, that shoe is just something else, man. So it's just something else.
I think for me, it was like when I actually finally saw them in hand. It was like the paper when you open it up.
Yeah.
The thing that I saw was the exposed raw leather, and that was beautiful to me, man. Like that nice sort of yellowing leather, like all across the cuts.
You know what?
Beautiful.
It's so nice. And do you know what I can say? Like, while I love the blue toe, while I adore that shoe, the black toe is the king. Like, it is just.
But black toes one of your favorites anyways, isn't it? So it just adds to it.
It just adds to it. Do you know what?
Yeah.
It's blasphemous, some people say, but the Union black toe is better than the Jordan black toe. Like it is.
There's nothing wrong with saying that. There's more to it, man.
It just is. It's just a better shoe. Like it's like they improved upon it, like you said.
Yeah.
They like.
Yeah.
It's it's an unfair comparison, perhaps.
It is unfair because it's like the standard ones are trying to do
the thing is, like, the standard Jordan black toe is my favorite Jordan 1 ever, OG, like even ahead of Chicago, because of what it means to me when I was getting into shoes. I was like, that was the first Jordan 1 that I saw that got me like, whoa, what the hell is that? Like, I want to know more about that. And then I saw the Chicago, and that was amazing. But the black toe, you know, when you're young, it's like what first hits you, right? So yeah,
that was bread for me. Bread one. That's why I was all over that. Yeah.
Fire shoe, man. Fire.
I only started liking Chicago's like just before the Spider-Man came out. Didn't really care about that.
Honest to God,
colorway at all.
I remember, and I didn't get on the release, and I passed at 200, 300, 400, 500. So what you know what the thing is, what it is, right? I always had in mind, I'm sure this was the case for a lot of people, is that you'll get it eventually, right? But then you don't expect what happened with The Last Dance, and then like, it just went. Every OG went bonkers. Like so many of my watch list pairs just had to come off the watch list all of a sudden because they just. It was just so like that's why, innit? So there are a lot of pairs out there for, you know, I think a lot of Jordan 1s that people were waiting to purchase and they didn't get to it. I think it's a lot of pain. There's a lot of pain out there. I feel it as well, man. For real.
Yeah. We've gone in on that. I'll go in. It just makes me feel like my pair that I wore last week was shit. Anywho, yeah, for me last week, maybe even the week before, to be honest, I headed up to Design Museum, went to the sneakers unboxed. Like, what was it? What do you call it? Like exhibition, art exhibition, where they just showcase loads and loads of like old school sneakers, new tech from Nike, Adidas, all the major brands. Was super dope actually. Go in there, I thought, let me unds a couple pair, let me unds a pair. And I just went out there with the AMR Mania 3, beautiful shoe. I switched up the laces to the sail laces.
Oh, God
and
damn.
it just looked beautiful, man. And it's really comfortable on foot. You slip into it nicely because of the satin heel counterpart that you put your foot heel sock liner, and just matched it with like a like for like sort of tonal fit, which was like just clean looking. And saw a couple of people out there as well. A couple of people said hello. They like recognized me. It was weird, like so it's quite good to just meet some people you could just chat to like at a real geeky level about stuff. And I bumped into some guy that I follow, Jumpman Journals. I don't know if you guys follow him as well. And he it was really weird because like he ran up behind me and was like, "Bro, can I take a picture of your shoes, man?" And I was like, "Yeah." I still feel like weird about that whenever somebody asks me about that kind of stuff. But I get it because like we're all geeks. We all want it. Like if we haven't seen a shoe, we'd love to see him in hand, first hand, isn't it?
Definitely.
And, got chatting to him, which was pretty cool. He had a T-shirt with his Instagram handle name on it, it made it easier, I suppose. But yeah, it was really dope in there. I had to add a few sneakers to the flipping Grail list, man. And there's a couple in there. So like, just to name a few: Air Zoom Flight 5, the Jason Kidds, the Airway Ups, the LeBron 10 Olympics, the Air College Force Mid and the High, 1993 Air Swifts. And it was just so dope to see all these sneakers that are like that you wouldn't see every day.
Yeah, that's so sick, man. They had the LeBron 10s and shit.
Yeah, just randomly there. They had a whole bunch of like.
That's really cool. I wasn't expecting them to have stuff like that there.
Yeah, it had the Chicago ones in there, but the ones that say Sky Jordan. Is it Sky Jordan?
Yeah.
I was like, I'd never ever thought like in my lifetime would I be able to see that shoe. So I think for me to wear like Aimar Mania 3, that's super hype.
Nah, that's a beautiful shoe, man.
But yeah, a good time to unds, I suppose.
Definitely, yeah.
100%, man. Especially like, you know what? That's a shoe like you're not gonna really want to rock that too tough in the winter when it's all wet and shit. So it's good to get some wears
in now. Yeah,
yeah, 100%.
And you know what? I'm gonna say I wore that shoe. I'm gonna say for 9 to 10 hours because like during the day, went out afterwards.
Do you ever start thinking about how long you've put your shoe to use and you're like, damn, I feel bad for my shoe right now. I want to get this off.
Yes.
And you know what? So that consciously made me think of that. But when I took them off at the end of the day, like there weren't that much creasing to it, which was super, super surprising. Like I'll chuck a picture on like my Instagram story like at some point this week, but there was hardly any creasing on like the toe box, like where you lean into it. Did get a minor little scuffle where one of my mates flipping stood on my shoe.
Oh,
I was like, bro, what you do?
Do you know what? Do you know what? Mary stepped on my unions 3 times this weekend.
3
times. I was like, bruh. And I hadn't stepped on an off-white Converse once. Not once. And I say like there are 2 types of people in this world, yeah, and it don't matter if they're sneakerheads or if they're not sneakerheads, right? Some people will just trod on feet. They don't mean to do it. They don't mean to do it, but they do it. Like my cousin does it all the time, and I say to him, "You're just like you're a stomper. Like you just stomp around. Like I don't ever step on people's feet, right? I never do it, innit? And I'm constantly, I'm conscious. I know that, but I'm constantly told I walk like a ghost as well. No one can hear me when I'm walking, right? It's definitely something to do with that, man. It's something to do with that. People just like when they're like, I think less aware of where their feet are going. I think they're just walking like a bit more, perhaps carefree, right? Yeah, they tend to do it, man. But it's always like I always find that the people that step on my feet, it's always the same people. Like
I see it all the time on the train, and I'm sitting there, and I can just tell this idiot has got no balance. And in a minute, he's going to lean back and be like, "Sorry," and I'm just sitting there like, I'm not even going to move because it's going to happen, and it happens. I'm like,
so true. I remember once
to take it.
I was on the tube, and this girl was standing across me, and I had wave runners on, right? And I could see like she was like leaning against the glass panel. This girl's like, she's gonna fall. She's gonna fall on me. She's gonna step on my shoes. I can see it. And she was struggling for about a minute and a half. And then finally what happens? She steps on my shoes. You know it. When it's coming and you see the danger, don't disregard the danger signs. Take the danger signs and move your feet. Shuffle your feet along.
It happened to me 2-3 years ago. I was going to Carnival, which I never go to. And this is one of the reasons, because fucking drunk people. On the train, this guy's just standing there drunk with his drink in his hand. I'm like, this drink's going over me. I can see it coming. The next thing you know, train stops all over me. I'm like,
oh boy,
it's ruined my day. I just want to kill someone. I ended up having a fight that day. That's when I flying kicked some dude in his back. But that's because of that happening before. Just killed my mood, you know.
Yeah.
I saw it coming as well. It's like nothing I can do. It's like if I move, it's still gonna. I just have a feeling it's gonna happen still.
Bro, oh man, this kind of stuff will just ruin your entire week, month. Yeah, you just remember it like it's deep, engraved in your brain. Like
nothing worse when something like that happens on a day and it's hard to shake it off. Like you just hard to shake off that pissed off feeling. Like, oh boy.
All dope shoes were worn last week. Appreciate that. And I always love a fucking good story, man. Guys, don't forget to use the FSYWLW hashtag just to get featured on the HSU Instagram account. Moving on, lads. And here at Half Size Up, we have Sneaker News of the Week. So, guys, because we have missed sort of, 2 weeks or so, and we haven't had our chance to actually give our view on this topic. This week in Sneaker News of the Week, we are going to be talking about Virgil's Off-White Cross LV Cross Air Force One collaboration. And, oh boy, last week, or 2 weeks ago, Thursday, the 24th of June, 2021, Louis Vuitton held their Spring Menswear 2022 runway fashion show. Throughout the menswear line, we saw glimpses of the Nike Air Force One in a low mid with a strap type cut. As usual, they sported the Air on the midsole, a few to mention, were the canary yellow, purple canvas, and several other variations of the regular LV monochrome pattern used within the uppers of the Air Force One. And also a red, blue, and gold sneaker in a patent vernis material, replicating the many bags, shoes, and belts that are often seen on many celebs. New laces seem to have been applied to the Air Force One, with instead having the words laces, replacing the former off-white type laces, which did formerly state shoelaces in inverted commas. Anywho, a massive hoo-ha about it all day, on the day, and it still seems to be fresh in everyone's mind. So I thought we would revisit it so we can rediscuss it. So lads, my question this week is, has Virgil gone too far with the crossover from streetwear to high end? Are we seeing a new demographic of sneaker collectors? Are you willing to pay retail on a pair if you do go in for them, however they are released? Dean, let's get your thoughts on this.
Yeah, so you know what? I think a lot of people have been waiting a long time for this sort of collab. There are a lot of like people who love Air Force One and those people who love LV, right? And how many customization pages do you see that are
Mate,
just
that's
Air
been
Force
around
Ones
since
with
like
LV
early
logos all over them, right?
2000s.
Like,
Was a thing.
honest to
Burberry
God, there,
swooshes and all that madness.
yeah, there's like a whole like scene where there are customizers who consider themselves customizers and that will only do
Yep.
this stuff, right? So I'm not surprised that the excitement is so big. I think a lot of people have had like fantasies about something like this happening, so I get it. For me, I think the retail price is
I
going
don't
to be
think so, but
something
after
crazy.
Dior, it
I've not
has to
seen. Has it
be
been revealed?
similar because there's no way
Yeah,
LV would make a product and be like seen lesser than Dior. So it has to be that high
yeah.
range.
It's got
It's gonna be fucking crazy. So obviously, I'm not interested in that. What it means for the culture, to be honest with you, I think the way sneakers is at the moment and the way it's going, I'm not even surprised. It didn't feel surprising. I just think it's where sneakers is at the moment is like a fine line. There's like blurred lines rather between high fashion and streetwear,
yeah,
and the cultures around those two things. There is some overlapping going on these days, so like you're seeing high fashion people wear Jordans and stuff
Yeah.
like that, right? And then you're seeing people, streetwear lovers, wear like high fashion as well. So yeah, I'm not super surprised. I'm not it's I'm not like super excited about it, but you know what, I don't despise it. Like, it's not that offensive to me. I think a lot of people who love both products or either of the products are going to be quite excited about this and they might want to get their hands on it. But do I think it's a positive thing for the culture? Probably not, but I don't think it's especially negative. I just think it's it there there is something like it's a bit of a shame that like a lot of people that who perhaps would love this product just won't be able to afford it.
for sure,
So
man.
that's
For
something
sure.
to
Ash,
consider as well, I think.
what's your take, man?
Yeah, I'm not mad at it at all. I saw a lot of people saying, "Oh, these are shit," and I'm like, some of them are probably a bit shit, but like, there's certain pairs that were like literally a white and red Air Force One with a little pattern within it, a white and blue, a white and yellow. There's nothing to hate about it. People are just hating it just to say they're hating it. Like, there's nothing gross about it. It's just an Air Force One with a certain color and it's just got LV print on it. So the product itself is not too bad. Not particularly anything that I'm super excited about. Nothing I would ever cop to wear because of the price. Cop to resell,
Yeah.
100%. Someone's going to pay me $7,000 for a pair. I'm all in for it. But
Yeah,
in general,
boys.
like Dean was saying, it's just the elite getting product really. Like the Dior's, they weren't for
Yeah,
regular Joe. Some regular Joes got it, but most people aren't wearing it. It's got to be for like if you're a rapper or something, you're gonna be wearing the sort of stuff. It's
yeah,
exactly the same thing. You see the big stars wearing this stuff, some of the fashion models and all that. But for regular Joes to be rocking this, I'll be shocked. Even if you're like the biggest Air Force One collector, I can't imagine
yeah.
you're gonna drop like 1,800 just to have this pair. You could do, but
Nah,
I highly
nah.
doubt it. Think about all the stuff you
I
could
think
get.
someone. Yeah, no, I'm with you. I think if someone is gonna drop that, they're gonna love both, right? They're gonna love Air Force Ones, but they're
Yeah, you
also
got to
gonna
be a
be
fan
a
of
big
the
fan
LV
of
brand as well. Yeah,
LV.
exactly.
Yeah, 100%.
But it does seem like these days a lot of more regular people. I say regular people. Who knows? Everyone's probably a trapper for all I know. But people are wearing more high fashion stuff than ever before. It feels like.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
You know, things like Klarna and ClearPay help,
it's
bro.
true. It's true.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like it's true. Like you spread those payments, and that's not me even judging, man. I've used Klarna many times. You know, it's helpful sometimes in getting spreading out payments. But a lot of people are like a lot of high fashion stores and retailers are using that now. So people are going on there and they are using that shit. They're going in. They're buying stuff they couldn't really afford.
Well, everyone's got an £800 Canada Goose jacket, so buying a shoe for over a grand is not surprising.
Bro, I see 17-year-olds, 16-year-olds in Canada Goose, and I'm just like, what's going on, man? Like, I don't know. So who knows anymore, man? I was wearing BHS shit when I was a kid.
Do you know what?
British Home Stores,
like, I'm
bro.
literally like, I was thinking about this as well, and you really are seeing a different demographic of sneakerhead. Like, you're just seeing like the super rich securing these pairs. Like, let's be real. Like, obviously with the Dior, was it the Dior lows in the inauguration of Biden's?
Oh yeah.
And who, I can't remember who it was in the background, but they had that.
Yeah, I remember.
The way this is going to be released is obviously the same way Dior got released, where there's account holders, right? For sure, right? There's going to be a certain amount of money with them. They will get the priority, and then I suppose everything left over from that goes to us like peasants, not peasants.
Yeah.
But somebody will be able to secure. But how many pairs of those do you reckon are just going to be available to us?
You never know. It depends how many of these are actually going to come out, because there's a lot of shoes. I can't imagine it all coming out.
It's just crazy. The whole crossover to me is just so nuts, and the way like it's happening each and every year. Like 1 year it's going to be LV, 1 year it's Dior, the next year is flipping Prada, the next year is it's just.
But LV did the Supreme collab. I can't remember what year that was, but it's not surprising they've done that. And I think that release, I think they did like a pop-up. It wasn't like done in the Supreme store.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
They did like a pop-up location for that. So I wonder how they're going to do this one.
You know, some of that stuff though, Brick though, like some of it had resale, but a lot of it like didn't. Especially I saw it with the more recent stuff as well. With was it the Jean Paul Gaultier? Was that? Yeah, a lot of that stuff was
brand
going
anyone
for
cares about that much, is it? These days.
Yeah, that's true.
The LV stuff was high priced though, right? Like retail, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of it had some of it had some insane resale value. Like my God, you see some people made bucks off that. Like big time mortgage deposits.
Yeah, for real.
In general, I'm not mad at the release. I get it. It's gonna be for like Quavo and them, man. It's not for us to be rocking. So it is what it is.
If you actually go in, well, firstly, would you want to go in? And secondly, like, are you willing to pay retail on it with an vision of getting a return of investment on it?
Yeah, for sure. But imagine you went in for like all of them, like 10 of them, and your account's just rinsed.
You just get fucked, innit? Boy, you know what? Like, I'll enter. I mean, I'll enter and I'll see what happens. But
because we all entered for the Jordans, didn't we? Did yours?
We did.
Yeah, man. I was up for that if it happened.
We did. I entered like 400 times for that.
Do you know what? Yeah, it seemed like we entered super early, like as soon as it came in, because we just thought, slots might.
It was just open for so long. It was open for so long.
But it's crazy how many people won that I know, though. I know a lot of people that won. Yeah, at least 10 people. Yeah,
10.
A lot of people have not said it though.
I know. I saw 2 kids win. 2 kids in the Offspring community win. I remember I saw them, man. I think Simon as well won, didn't he? Yeah, he won the lows. Josh, another brother, Josh.
Yeah. Santa Ana, Filipino guy, Scotland.
Oh, the Scotland guy.
Oh yeah. Of course, I remember you mentioned that.
Shout out Josh, man. Safe.
And I can think of one other brother as well who won it, but that's 5 or so. Yeah, so I suppose
considering how many people entered, not 10. Even if you knew 5, that's a lot.
Do you know, like it felt like whoever entered these raffles later on, they got the dub, like because we entered super early, didn't we?
I wouldn't be surprised because they don't do debt raffles like this. It wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if there was some mechanism like that failed and it, like
All the first one didn't even
the
count.
later end. Yeah, like it would not shock me. The amount of entries they must have got, like my god, what fucking server put that email inbox together? It must have been some like that must. I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine, right? Like, think how much storage space you would
I would
need.
have been so shook to pick that
Like,
shoe up. I would have want to do it.
oh boy, I would have taken a cab
Yeah, wait outside, bro.
there. I mean, cab on the way back. Sorry, yeah, 100%. Waiting in Selfridges. I'm staying with the doorman, seeing how the tallest doorman I find, and I'm standing next to
And it
him
was right by the
and
window as well, I
the,
swear. Like
Yeah.
the release, it was
boy,
proper bait.
that's the sort of pair where if someone came up and robbed you, you'd just be like, I
Oh,
get
yeah,
it, I
fair
get
enough.
it. Like,
10 grand there, bro.
so I'm gonna try and get this back from you right now, but I get why you're doing this. Like,
Can you imagine
yeah,
how many
nah, fuck
fakes
that,
are out at
man.
the moment for that shoe?
Boy, the fake market is
Yeah.
booming. Like, it
Really
is.
good
There
fakes
are
as well.
So I'm seeing it in bare
bro.
music
There are
videos.
so
I'm like, not all of you paid that much. I can't imagine.
yeah,
Really?
100%, 100%, bro. Some of the fakes right now are so close that like there are a lot of people. There are a lot of people telling lies, and I'm not anti people wanting to look good, yeah, but I can't tolerate someone pretending they got the real
Yeah,
product when it's a fake, man. I can't tolerate that.
allow it.
No.
Well, we'll see what happens when the time comes. I suppose it's next year, right? So spring menswear, spring summer next year.
Yeah,
Let's see
let's
how it
see.
goes, man. That's going to be the buzz for 2022.
Quick one.
So,
Did anyone care about those Dior Travis Scotts?
yeah.
What
You
do you
didn't
with
see them?
Travis
You
Scott?
didn't see his fashion show?
Oh, what? Oh, his
Oh,
Yeah.
collection.
nah.
Bro, I gotta be honest with you. I didn't give a flying fuck, man. It wasn't. I just didn't care. Like, I'm happy
It
for
did
him
seem to
though.
move the
Like,
needle, like
do your
the off-white thing. They did it.
do your do your
Seems to
thing.
like come and
Nah,
go.
nah. Yeah, like just yeah. It's not gonna be like that, man. I think I'm happy for him. I think like that's a
I
sick
think the Pop Smoke
like
t-shirt thing was good for him and stuff, but
yeah, that's an amazing opportunity for someone like that to have, and someone who represents a lot of people within the culture and represents a lot of people from his roots as well. To have a collection with Dior with so much creative control as I've heard he
yep.
had on that, like just really really impressive. And while it's not for me and I didn't give a shit about it, I'm really happy for him, and I think it's a great
Yeah,
thing
it's
for
a big
him.
look.
It's nice to see. It's nice to see this. Like wow. If the high fashion brands are gonna invade on streetwear, you'd want to see the people within the culture
Yep.
at least get to do
Exactly.
yeah,
Yep.
right. Like do some shit with the brands themselves as well. So that's what you want
Definitely.
to see, man.
They've been promoting them enough for fucking ever. About time they
Right,
put them on,
exactly, man. Come on, man.
Legit. There was merch as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
he did everything.
Yeah, there was
The bare
there was a lot of
shoes.
stuff,
They were like
man.
kind of had like a skater shoe kind of vibe
yeah, that's
to
it.
the
Yeah.
shoes, and then bare clothes as well. Yeah.
Just see like the TS logo like everywhere, all
Yeah.
over it. But fair dues, man. Do you know what I mean? You probably got a very limited time amount to stay relevant and stay hyped. You know, a
Therefore,
couple years time,
cash out.
it'll be somebody else. So I get what he's trying to do. Anywho, moving on, lads. It's that time again. Our favorite part of the podcast that we would like to call HSU question time. This is the part of the podcast where we give you, the listener, a chance to ask about absolutely anything that's going on within the sneaker realm. And this week on HSU Question Time, we've got a few questions from you guys from 2 weeks ago, I suppose. So big shout out to everyone that gets involved each and every week. First question comes from, I'm going to say this, I hope I don't butcher it or anything like that, but we're going to just say Craig H. At Craig H. He asks, favorite shoe to ball in, your favorite performance model and colorway. Ash, let's go to you first. What are you thinking about that?
Yeah, well, like we said, I think it was the episode of Craig. I was more into football growing up, so I didn't really ever have like any sort of basketball kit or basketball trainers to play, and I just played in whatever. So even now, I don't really have any like super duper performance basketball things. If I go to play in my like local park or whatever, I'll put on my LeBron low, black gums, not LeBron 11 lows, sorry, black gums. But that's about it. But I don't really have any think special that I've ever really balled in before.
Fair, very fair. D, how about you, man?
For me, it used to be I used to like the Kyrie 3 a lot.
Yeah.
For comfort, and I'm a big fan of the 5 as well. So, those two would be my favorite. My favorite Kyrie 5 is the have you seen the Concepts one?
Yeah,
It's like it's got like a purple midsole and it's like beige on top. Have you seen it?
they're beauts.
Yeah, I think those are just amazing. Such an amazing shoe, and yeah, I love that colorway. So I'll go with that one. But Kyrie 3 to play in was one I found really really nice for my ankle.
Fair, man. Fair. For
Yeah.
me, I've always balled in a Jordan pair. I'm gonna say the playoff 13s. I think it was 2011 or 2012. Playoff 13s, Air Jordan 13s. For me, just that shoe just gives me the support I need for my ankle, gives me the traction that I need on the outside of my foot when I'm like doing a jab step, or if I'm going up for rebounds. If I'm like, I think it's a really light shoe as well. I mean, in recent years, I have been wearing like the KD 7s, KD 9s. Everybody hates KD. Yep, I do as well.
Fuck that guy. Fucking prick.
Also, yeah, I think those pairs. I think I had the Flight Pack 7s. That's a really good shoe if you want to ball in a low cut. But other than that, I'd say yeah, the Air Jordan 13s for me, the playoff 13s are just beauty, and I'm waiting for them to actually re-retro again. It's coming up to 10 years now since it hasn't come back. So Nike,
Man's
let's get
waiting.
them back, man. Our next question comes from, I'm going to try this one, at Dimitri Siphonias. So
It's Demetrius Phonios.
Oh,
Iphonios. Demetrius Iphonios.
okay, there you go. Shout out to you, bro.
Or Phonias. It's Demetrius though.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Or wait, now you could be right. It could be Dimitri.
It's Dimitri on his profile. Dimitri Siphonios.
Oh, you're gone on the profile.
Yeah.
That's clearing us
I know
up
the
there.
dude.
Siphonios.
Oh shit.
He's
Okay.
my mate's cousin, I think it is.
Shout out to you.
Oh,
yeah,
sweet.
Shout out to him.
Shout out, bro. Yeah, man. Shout out, man, for coming through the question like that.
Bro.
Yeah, it's a good question as well. Come on.
He asks, do you think that Adidas Forum could potentially rival the Dunk if they started pushing collabs more? I'll kick this one off, lads. Do you know what? I really feel like the Adidas Forum 84 is like coming up in the ranks, man. Like it's a shoe that Adidas needed in order to sort of rival like an Air Jordan 1, because obviously it was the shoe that Jordan was supposed to be going for when he was in his negotiation chats with a sports brand in the NBA. Supposed to be going with Adidas. He obviously went with Nike, but this shoe in particular, do you know what? I've been looking at this shoe a lot, and there's that the white sail and green pair that I like, and there's also this sort of white sail and clay pair that is people have been
I've seen that green one as well.
Yeah, people have been cutting off the strap, which it does actually look cool, but obviously if you need to modify a shoe like that, then should you really be buying it? I think it would be a really great rival for the Dunk. I don't think it'd be a great rival for the Air Jordan 1 because that is so like in the culture already. But for the Dunk, I think it'd be great because I already feel like it's got better quality than the Dunk GRs that are coming out at the moment. So 100%, Dimitri, this shoe could definitely rival if they pushed it more. And I think they do need to, I don't know, man. They do need to push it more and collab with more relevant people.
But they've been doing the Bad Bunny stuff, which has popped off big time. So it's a big move.
Yeah, it's out. But I don't know if it's not hitting. It's not hitting. There's something else that needs to be done, and just don't know what it is.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like they're taking the right steps. I think that Forum is I especially like the High. I think the High is a great shoe. I think that shoe can definitely rival Dunks. Dunks are oversaturated at the moment. Every single colorway under the sun has come and gone. What's really left for them to do with the colorways? Like we've had absolutely everything in it. Like they're going to start having to get pretty wacky, to like, keep this going.
Yeah.
The quality is so abysmal
Correct.
on the dunks as well that it's like it's not hard to top. Like anyone that doesn't like a shoe that feels synthetic is not going to want the dunk. So that's why I've stopped buying. Like I've just completely stopped because I can't hack that. Like I've got my limits, and I'm not even fussy with materials. I'm not like Craig. I
Yeah,
know, for
Craig
example,
is
Craig,
fuck that.
he's super
Yep.
fucking fussy,
Yeah.
and it's great.
Yeah.
Like he's very particular. I'm not even like that, but these dunks, I can't tolerate it. I can't tolerate
You
it.
put up
It's
with it for like the
unacceptable.
one pair that you just like the colorway, but you're not gonna just buy
Yeah.
multiples.
Do you know what the thing is? Because I had that Spartan green, and that's not as bad. It's like it's not amazing, but it's softer.
Yeah.
It's quite plush feeling,
I
right?
get it.
So that's a nice pair, yeah. And then as you go down the line, they just get worse and worse,
Yeah.
and they start now like that black high. Like I love that colorway. I would have loved to own that
Bloody
shoe,
hell.
but it felt like a fucking. I don't even know
That
what
was
it
one of
felt
the
like. It
worst
felt
pairs
like,
I've had touched, yeah.
honest to God, it's unbelievable how. But like I touched the midsole, and it was just like. I couldn't believe that this was a product worth
No,
£95
it's
or
not.
whatever it was.
Yeah.
Like, it did not feel
They're
anywhere
taking the
close.
piss.
You could see the margin. You could see the profit margin when you looked
Yep.
at that shoe. You could just see that they made £79 on this shit or whatever they made. Like, goddamn, man,
Yeah.
because that was yeah, nah. I think this Adidas can definitely rival. I think it's a great silhouette. There's a lot to explore there. Like you said, Mo, I think they just need to tap into the right people and the right kind of culture, subcultures to really get some steam around the shoe. But Ash, like Bad Bunny, that's a great
Yeah,
move
it's
by them.
big.
He's got that's a
Mate,
market
we
for them
never
to
saw that
tap
coming. I
into, and
remember
it
we talked
worked.
about the shoe. We thought it was alright,
Yeah,
but we didn't see it ending up being like a fucking £600 shoe. Never.
yeah,
I
man.
forget
That
how big these
it
Latin
popped
stars
off.
are though, man.
Oh man, they're
Crazy.
huge. They are massive. That's why like even 6ix9ine is like
Yeah,
music
yeah,
streams are so
yep,
high because of that South American
yep.
fan base as well.
It's
It's
madness.
crazy. Yeah.
Ash, what's your take on this, man?
Yeah, I think I would have said it would be possible, but I feel like Adidas has released so many of the forums already that I feel like it would have happened already, or where it would have sort of taken off. I feel like they've come
Mm,
out and people have cared a little bit, but it's kind of passed by. I feel like even like a
yeah.
New Balance 550 is ahead of it, as in people's sort of attention compared to that. But
Hmm.
Yep.
rivaling we were saying a couple episodes ago against what's going to be like the new shoe to take over, and I don't know, the dunk kind of came out of nowhere. Like it's just been a shoe that no one really spoke about for so long. Then it came out and took over the game. I can't imagine in general Adidas shoe doing that. It's just not what happens, unfortunately, for Adidas. It could be big for them, but I just don't see it. I feel like all these forms are going to end up being on sale. To be honest.
So true.
You seen that? You seen that black that 550, the black one with like the gray.
Yeah.
That shoe is naughty, man. Like
Bruh. Bruh.
it, it looks like it looks like one of the
It
LV shoes,
does.
man.
It
It's
looks like
crazy.
exactly looks like that, like a high fashion. Yeah. I
Yeah,
feel like they've
like.
taken that colorway from that, because I feel like I've seen that exactly.
It looks. I'm looking at it right now, and I'm thinking this looks like the LV
Yeah.
one, isn't it? And yeah, making
I
me want to
know.
buy
It's
it.
in
To
my
be
size to
honest.
see it there.
Fire. Very fire.
Oh boy, yeah, I
Yeah,
swear
man.
down, man. I know, but it works. It works. But anyway, we're
But yeah, I
diverging
think it'll
again.
be
Sorry.
tough for Adidas shoe to be that right now. I can't see it being that shoe.
Yeah,
I
yeah, that
Like the
shoe's taken
NMD, it
over.
made
I hear
sense.
that.
Boost was new. It was like a sock shoe, but that shoe, I can't see it. Nah,
Nah, you're probably right.
yes, but
You're
that's
probably
like
maybe we're being a bit
yeah,
optimistic.
that's the reality of it, really. So
it's
yeah.
tough.
Next question comes from at JPL Brooks. Shout out Joel. Have Brexit import costs
Mm.
changed how you think about buying from the EU?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, like I feel like surely you guys feel the
Yeah,
same,
yeah.
right?
I unfollowed
100%.
most of the EU
Yeah,
stores.
yeah, man, it's
Yeah, I'm
too
not
much.
risking
Like
that.
it's like it's a mad premium. I've had it like some silly custom charges,
Yeah.
man. I've had like between 30 and 90 pounds for shit, and it's yes, it's over.
Literally,
It's
when
over.
it's like a raffle for something that's major, I'll follow again just for that maybe. But like when it's worth paying extra
Yeah,
90, but
that's
in
it.
general, no.
Yeah,
Take the hit.
nah,
Take
Some
man,
the hit.
random Jordan ones, I'm not
it's
applying from
it's
that
really
website.
sad, man. Because even like with clothing, there are a lot
There's
of
so
brilliant
many good ones.
retailers in
Yeah,
Europe. there's so many amazing retailers, and now it just feels like it's too much. Yeah, it's just too much of a premium.
I
So
need them to at least add it to the basket so you know what you're getting. At least you can make a decision.
Do you know what's good? A lot of the UK retailers, what they do, they basically will pay for the customs for any of their sellers, buyers in Europe, right? So they'll pay it, but they'll include it on the
That's
price.
fair.
So they'll see it.
Yeah.
They'll see it straight away, so they can see right what exactly they're paying. And the problem with us is like too many nasty surprises, man. You don't know what's coming, and then all of a sudden, like even I bought a sick bomber jacket recently. I got a bit lucky actually because it was really padded. It was from Germany, and I only had to pay £24. But on another day, that could have been 50, 60, and it's like then becomes like a really expensive purchase, like
easily.
So, yeah,
sad
times.
I think we're all feeling it. Like even for me personally, when I got those 991s from Pata, like I got like UPS messaging me saying, yeah, once it comes into UK, it's at the sorting office, but extra £74 to get it released. And you're just
nothing, bro.
Like, come on, man. And then
at least you're doing nothing for that money, you know. It's taking.
I know. No, it's just admin or whatever, like fees. And then there's another shoe that I was looking at that's in Spain at the moment, and I'm seeing that it's going to release in UK in about like 10, 11 days. It's actually out in Spain now. Instead of costing like £100 in UK, altogether it's going to cost 170 to get it from Spain. It's like, come on, man.
It's too much.
It's way too much.
It's just too much.
Yeah, you got to literally weigh it up whether the extra 60 is worth it or not before you cop anything from there.
Like
most times it's not.
You can be pushed, like if say like everywhere else is sold out and it's gonna cost you an extra £15, £20, you're like, all right, cool, I'll do it. But when you're getting into £60, £70, like boy, it tests the constitution, that one, man.
Yeah. Next question from our guy Mike and Kicks. If there's a pair you really want and wanted to retro, would you not buy it because of its terrible quality? Ash, let's go to you first.
I'd still buy it, to be honest. If I wanted it that much, I'm gonna buy it still. I've got bare shoes that aren't the most amazing quality, but if it looks fire and I really wanted it, I'll still cop it. I'll be pissed off.
Nah, 100%. You'd be pissed though, You'll be sad. You'd be
imagine
like,
an extra cargo ones come out and they're like fucking dunk material.
Oh, do you know what? Now that I've got them, I don't want them to come out. I'm like, no, don't come out.
Mate, I feel like this about bread ones. It's like I don't even want them to come out again. I don't want everyone to be wearing them.
Yeah, bro. Do you know what? The way it is these days, like
it's bad enough that the mids
came
out.
It's actually a nightmare to think about. I actually don't even want to think about it. Like the idea of that happening now, because we're at a point where I'm so like, I'm not buying new Jordan ones because I see them everywhere and I get sick of them. And not on the OGs, man. Because no one's gonna give a fuck that your pair is the older one. No one's gonna give a shit. It's just gonna be like, you'll be like, fuck,
it kind of makes you want them to do like a retro that's a bit different, so your one's still special.
yeah, literally, like go back to the old tongue or something. Go do something. Yeah, please.
Do you know, it's like I've done it personally as well. Like literally, I think the Panda Dunk lows, like I knew that they were shit quality, like they were shit, but kind of like because it was retail and I just got them for retail. You kind of just take the hit. I can't remember how much. I think it was £90 retail. You just take the hit to just be like, okay.
It's just that's such a great colorway, the low. Yeah, I wear mine a lot as well. And do you know what though? It looks fire, man. It looks fire. It's just you see it. The only thing that puts you off is sometimes I see it on other people and I'm like, but you know.
The laces are awful on those, man. The ones that come.
No, I threw in some cream laces on those. I went archive beast on them.
You got to stitch it up, man. You got to.
Yeah, they're the hairband laces they use, isn't it? It feels like a girl's hairband or something. It's messed up, man. That can't be. That's wrong.
Our last question comes from @AndyBrett77. Shout out to you. If you guys didn't, this is a good one actually.
It's a great question. Yeah.
If you guys didn't do a podcast about sneakers, what would you do a podcast about? I think I kind of know what Ash would do. I think I kind of know what Dean would do. For me, I don't know what I would do. Let's see. Ash, let's go to you first then, because I'm going to think about it.
I've always wanted to do a podcast before this even came up, and it wasn't going to be like about sneakers. It was just going to be like general bullshit, really. Stuff that's going on, music, fucking Love Island, football stuff. I would have liked a podcast that's like just general rather than it would have been focused on.
Okay, that's cool. D, how about you?
Do you know, for me, obviously I could talk music for hours.
Yeah.
I love music. I listen to so many different genres. I play a lot of music. I like help other people write songs, and I do drop my mic there. I do bits and pieces for other people's songs and help develop them. So I love music. So I could definitely talk about music, hip hop, rock music, pop music. The only shit I don't really like drum and bass and dubstep. And
I've never got
I couldn't talk about that. No, I can't really talk about that stuff. But like everything else, So probably something like music or film. I like movies. Pop culture, right?
For you, it is, D. It's like it's more like acoustic type music as opposed to
man.
Like electronic produced music, if that makes sense. Which is there's nothing wrong with it, obviously. Yeah, yours is just happens to be acoustic.
I was just saying, with the music stuff, I just help mainly like people with arrangements, man.
That's
so
cool.
Like picking what instruments they use on certain bits and where they want to use certain parts, and just helping people develop songs. So that's something I do in my spare time. So that'll be good. But pop culture in general is fun, man. Movies, hip hop.
Most of the podcasts that I like is about just general stuff like that.
Yeah, like you were saying, general things are people. What's going on at the moment, right? Because that's what everyone's experiencing. It's always fun.
Just
to
look at all the group chats. What they end up talking about is random stuff.
Everything and anything.
Insane.
For me, I was thinking for you, Ash. I was thinking football or photography. D, I was thinking for you, football or music.
Yeah, which is kind of football as well.
You would be sick at talking about football. For me, that's what I was going to go into. For me, I'd probably just be talking about NBA and basketball.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, I was like, I was thinking what you were saying. I was like, I'd probably see Mo talking NBA specifically. I could see you doing like a UK Lakers podcast as well.
It'd be a certain era as well. Obviously, I'd talk current, but I'd like to. Like to talk about
I think you and your Lakers passion is would be good pod material. Yeah, so
I think sports ones are tough though because you need to proper pay attention to everything.
I'm too worn down. I'm too worn down by the Sixers to talk NBA, man. I can't. I'm like man. Do you know what? I think the funnest period of NBA in recent times, in like last maybe 6-7 years, where I've been watching really a lot was when Golden State were flying. I think that was just a lot of fucking fun with the Splash Brothers. Ash, we were talking about this, crazy. Like the way they came on the scene and like the watching them and Curry's those 2 seasons that Steph had, just watching. That the NBA during that period was just like that was just so
silly.
So much fun though. They changed the game. They changed the way people think about it. Yeah, like that was a beautiful time. I think I found the last couple years of NBA not as fun as previous years. But obviously I still watch, and I watch most Sixers games, and I just watch the highlights like everyone else in the UK really. When you're at work in the morning or when you're on the way to work, like thank God for as well when all the YouTubers,
MLG
man, you get some sick.
MLG.
Oh my days, man! Some of them boys, they put some beautiful packages together right away. Like I wake up, I can just go on. You don't see the score, you can watch it without knowing. Like perfect, man. Good times.
I like it when they just cut everything. It's just the baskets that they put.
I don't need to see what it
yeah.
10 minutes.
Yeah. Literally, I don't need to see the misses. But I don't like it when they cut too much though, and like. You don't see enough of the baskets to get the flow of the game, sort of thing, you know?
Yeah. But I mean, I think that's a great question. I think we could all just chat for flipping for like anything we're passionate about, I suppose. So great question. Guys, don't forget to get involved in HSU Question Time. If your question on HSU Question Time didn't get mentioned on this episode, it will be carried over to next week's episode. So big shout out to everybody that sent through questions for this week. On to the next part of HSU, and we have Cop of the Week. In this segment, we discuss what sneakers we copped or wanted to cop this week, and this week we'll start with Ash.
Well, I've been off for 3 weeks? I don't even know how long it's been. So I've got a big list to go through of stuff that I bought since.
Bloody hell! What have you caught? What have you got, man? I'm looking forward
to
hearing
stuff,
this.
Man, I got fucking issues, bruv. The fuck?
Go on.
I'm so glad that Kay doesn't listen to this podcast because it's ridiculous. But yeah, start off with Union Jordan 4s. I was one of the two.
Yeah.
To get those. Next one, New Balance 992 times Paperboys. Perfect. Got those. Next one, New Balance 2002R times Salehi Bembry. Got those. Perfect. Next one, Jordan 1 Neutral Grey Lows. I think everybody got those if they wanted them.
Yeah.
Next one,
how many? Wait, Ash. Which ones were retail?
Who cares,
and,
man?
What was it?
Who gives a fuck, man? It's all money, innit? I get paid. I work a job, you know.
I just wanted to know because I'm seeing I was looking the Paperboy is paying. I just wanted to know.
Let's move on.
Go on.
Next one, New Balance 990 V3 Bodega. Got that. Next one, New Balance 992 Navy. Got that. Perfect. And last but not least, Jordan 4 Tech White or White Oreo, whatever you want to call that.
Okay.
As well. Yeah, I would say I'm broke, but I'm not. But I did spend a lot.
Wallet got smashed.
Yeah.
How many pairs was that? Ash just copped my year total in 1 week.
Do you know what? He sent me a video.
No, I'm a bit higher. I'm a bit higher than
know you are.
7 now.
Fucking liar.
Yeah. I've got a few more.
Okay, D, let's go.
I guess I got the Jordan 4, but I didn't get it like you guys got it. I got it from the Union site.
And, oh yeah, tell that story, bro.
Yeah, so I got it. I got the link. They sent me the link. Like, yeah, you could. I was thinking this is a dream. I went on. Let me just say, okay, before we get into this, okay, I wasn't thinking. I didn't realize you could only enter for one union, yeah? And for some reason in my head, I thought the yellow one, even though we spoke about it last week, in that moment, I thought the yellow one was the exclusive one to you. I don't know why, okay? Like, so, sometimes I smoke stuff that plays with my mind. But, yeah, I did that. And because I think everyone obviously would have gone for the exclusive, yeah. I won. So I was like, okay, I paid, cost a lot, and now I'm waiting for the customs to brutalize me and see what.
Shit, it's not come yet.
No, it's not come yet. No,
fuck's sake.
It's in transit, but it's not.
Who's it coming from? Do you know?
Which
courier?
DHL.
Oh, they love to throw a fee, don't
they? They love it,
their favorite thing.
They do.
Yeah, so I'm not.
You never know.
And
I've heard a lot lately about people getting stuff from America and not getting charged. So
I don't know, man. But to be honest with you, boys, I don't really like the colorway that much. Like, I thought it looked better than I like the look of it from the initial images, but seeing how like it's like a faded sort of primary.
The mustard bit.
Yeah, I don't really like the purple. The deep purple. It's just jarring with me. It's just not for me personally, innit? That's me. So
it's a bizarre color blocking, I must say. But I don't think it's shit. I think it's all right.
I don't think it's not shit, but it's not fire. It's not fire. It's not you. I don't see.
Just think about it. Would anyone in the world have ever put those colors together? Turquoise, mustard, and
purple. You know what? For me, it's just the purple that kills it. It's just to me, like, it's
what color would have worked there?
I don't know, but that deep purple for me, I'm not a fan at the best of times, innit? So like seeing it on that color with that color blocking. Yeah, it's a weird one, man. Do you know what? Yeah. So like I'm getting rid of that shoe.
What size did you buy? Your size or
My
my
size,
size?
my size, my
Okay.
size, my always go my size. But
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm gonna see. It looks like I might make £5 or something. So
Imagine if your pair came and the tongue was unstitched. You couldn't sell it.
but you know what? Like,
What the
You have to
fuck?
get your
why
needle
are you
out.
saying that? I'm getting scared now, man. Do you know, I was so upset though, because like I never win those raffles, innit? And like,
No, I remember in the group, someone posted a picture, and I think it was when I posted it because I got the early access, and you were like, "Wait, I thought that one was exclusive."
I remember. I was like, wait a minute. What, you trying to say that? And it was like, dot, dot, dot.
Oh fuck! So I don't think you even
man.
said that you'd won yet. So that's the first time
Nah,
we heard.
yeah, no, because you know what, like. I wasn't gonna say much because I was just gonna get rid of them. Like I was just
Yeah.
gonna like flip them on
Quietly.
and quietly, and like just not talk about it because I would have used that money to get a shoe I wanted. I might have actually used it to get the grey one, the
Yeah.
coupe. So I would have probably done something like that. But yeah, so when I see that, my heart sank. I was like, "Oh my days!" And then because I saw so many people get access, and I've
Yeah,
since
it was a lot.
oh, bro, the stock is mad. Like the
Yeah.
stock is high. So I was like, oh my days, what have I done? Like, I've paid like way more than everyone else, but yeah, I just
Well,
trying
the
to.
tape's $1 as well.
Yeah, I just
It's
want
like
to get my money.
800
What
for the other ones. For the other
are
colors,
they?
800. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
man,
not.
they
And it's
weren't that
only like
much of it.
350.
They weren't that
No,
much a
yes,
few days ago, man.
must be going up.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, they have gone up, man. Jeez, they were like, you could have got it for £5.
Really?
Yeah. Well, 550-ish. Yeah, look,
Okay.
if you scroll down in the sales, like, that's peak, man. I'm not happy with that.
Happens.
Yep, there you go. That's
Happens.
life. That's life.
For me,
Fuck's sake.
lads, this is the past couple of weeks. I haven't got as many as Ash.
Nobody
Did get
should. That's a bad thing. Don't do it. Don't do it,
that.
kids.
That's like one a day basically for Ash.
Oh boy.
Yeah, for me, I hit on. I managed to double up on the Air Jordan 1 Low neutral grey. I don't know. I don't even know why I got two. I just wanted one to just. I think I'm just gonna smash those ones and then just keep another pair aside. But if it goes up in value, then
You're gonna end up flipping that second one for sure. For
But
sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, there's loads of pairs of them,
Do you
man.
know what? I was shocked at how many pairs there was, and
I
this,
wasn't expecting that,
I
bro.
wasn't expecting that either. There was so many, and like, yeah, it was weird. Yeah,
Because I entered everywhere because Kane wanted a pair as
because
well,
the
and I think we got
demand,
like 4 pairs for her. And I was like, "Fuck's sake!"
like we saw the demand for the high was not as much as we expected, right? Like the
Yeah.
resale was really low, so
It's low. Yeah.
it shocked me that
Because
they
Should have known, really.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. It shocked
how
me
I
that they
know.
flooded it like that.
No, do you know how I know there's a lot of pairs? Yeah, because man actually won on end.
Yeah. So did I.
I was
And
like,
it was
what?
late as well.
Oh
I
my
had to cancel it.
days!
I had
I
to
was like,
cancel it. It was
what?
like a week later.
The neutral
Yeah,
grey is like my size is 320. I might buy a pair at this rate, man. The second
What, the
one.
highs?
Yeah.
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 just really
It's been that
nearly.
sort of price for time.
Yeah, 320 though. That's man, you know what? That's crazy. Them blue Jordan 4s and I'll probably
I
going for
know.
more.
Yeah. Apart from those two, managed to get EA on the Union 4 in that colorway as
Tell us your
well.
opinion on them, Mo.
I like them a lot, man. Obviously, I'm purple and gold like through and through. Obviously, the turquoise bit is a little bit weird, but like I can see past it, man. And I posted up on foot today, outdoors because I haven't seen any outdoor on foot pics. It's just in hands or on the floor. So I posted a shot today. I think they look really cool. I think it does have to be rocked a certain way.
I didn't even see a picture till now. That's sick.
Yeah,
I totally missed that. That's fire. Yeah.
Yeah, it can't be rocked like willy nilly. It has to be rocked a certain way. In hand, I think it's beautiful. The thickness of the suede is so
Yeah.
nice.
You know with Union you're getting that quality product. No matter what it is, like the product is quality and that's one thing you give to them for sure.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm happy with them, to be honest. I wasn't.
It's a shoe. Like, for you, Bo, would you have paid resale? Like, it's one that you like to receive, but do you reckon you'd have gone resale, or would you
No,
go for the black one?
I think if resale was under 500 or under
It's
four,
only it is now.
Let's not
then I
talk
would.
about. Actually, I don't know why I brought this up, man, because I'm gonna struggle to make my money back.
Anywho,
You got to
anywho,
hold on to it till 2025.
yeah,
See, I just checked. It's. Oh my days! What's sale now?
don't do it. Don't do it, D. Don't do it.
339. Oh, that's tight, man. That's tight. Like,
Touch and go.
that's tight. Yeah, that's.
No, but even if you lose a tenner, it could be worse, you know.
Nah, yeah, I
Yeah.
can handle that. I can
Yeah.
handle that. I just can't go any lower right now. That's the thing. Because if, yeah,
They look fire on feet.
yeah, Mo, your picture's nice, man.
Yeah.
It looks nice. I think it has to be.
But
worth a certain amount.
you had to get them trousers, right? Like, that's what I mean. Like,
I had
that's what.
them already.
Yeah.
I
Don't
had
You
them
chat
already.
shit, man. You
don't
got
chat,
100,
don't chat shit. I'm
100. I had them before the crep, like time
I'm
ago.
commenting right now on it, and I'm saying fire,
show us the receipts for the
fire from
trousers.
the
Bro,
pod,
I'll show you the
from
receipt.
the
I'll show
podcast
you the
booth. Let me see. All right, wait. Yeah, nah. But what I meant was, Mo, was that, like, you see how that colorway of the color on the trousers, right? Like, that really brings the shoe out a little bit, innit? It's like you said, you can't wear it willy nilly. Like, you gotta have. Yeah, it's gonna be a specified fit.
Yeah, it has to be. It has to be a certain like shade. But yeah, man, I'm happy with them. Also managed to pick up 990 V3. Sorry, what am I? Yeah, so I need to do something with that shoe because obviously that shoe's not my size. Like I went in, I went in for Ash, but he managed to secure
Has it got? Will you make money?
No, it's under retail online.
super retail as well.
Oh Lord.
I don't know. One of our other mutual mates might take it off me.
Yeah,
Else,
call in all size 10s, isn't it? If my man don't come through.
just 4 pairs this week and last week, I suppose.
Man, we got
Wait, boys,
issues,
I'm
bro.
confused. Yeah, so with this protection pack, yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
why? So, like, that's it. Like, you can't. It's done with it, except Offspring. Is that
I
it?
think so.
Oh, fuck's sake, man.
Where did they release besides the official New Balance
Saw
page?
them on a few.
Oh, is
Saw
it?
them on 4 Elementos.
So all the
Saw
EU
them-
ones.
That's so weird, man. I wanted the grey one, man.
Was you awake when Mo posted the link?
Nah.
Because he sent it to me and I saw it and everything was in stock. So I thought
Yeah.
maybe nobody cares about this. And then it made me think like I can't be bothered to buy it. Because I wasn't that interested in it. I was kind of, but not really.
I wanted the grey one, but I'm seeing the resale already. It's like it's
Has
a
it gone
lot.
up, yeah?
It's a lot,
Is it?
man. It's a lot. It's like nothing is sacred no more.
No.
Can't get shit.
Right. Up next, lads, and we have Sneaker Peeve of the Week. In this part of the podcast, we have a slight rant about our biggest sneaker peeve. So basically, we get to go in on something we've seen on social media or anything else. And this week's sneaker peeve of the week comes from Ash. So Ash, over to you, bruv.
Right, this is something that I posted on my stories about a week ago, and it literally happened again today. And it is sneaker boxes, specifically coming from Nike, from DPD. Last time I bought my neutral greys, the box was literally open. Like they handed it to me, and the whole back flap was open. Like the shoe could have slid out of it. I was like, how the fuck is that possible? What are you guys doing to it? I don't know if Nike boxes are that cheap, or these DPD guys are just going through it, but it was like that. And I had my white Oreos come today. The back of the box was like half pulled open to see what's inside it. It's getting silly now because I know something major is going to come out and it's going to get taken from someone and they're just going to be absolutely raging. But I think it even says it on the box what it is. You can find out anyway. So I don't know why they're even opening it. If you're going to steal it, just steal it. But I don't know if Nike need to not like label their boxes or whatnot. I don't know why they're even doing marketing when the shoe. Why do marketing on the box?
Nah, that change was so unnecessary. When they started doing that, like that was unjustifiable.
Because these guys doing this deliveries every day, I'm sure they know what's in there anyways. So they could have just left it plain as
Man,
is.
anytime you purchase something that's like either for retail and it's worth a lot, or you pay resale for something from like say StockX or whatever it is, right? you're fucking scared, man. It's a scary experience. Like you just want to get the shoe, like you just want to
especially
secure.
StockX stuff. How it comes, it's
Oh
my
my
boxes
days.
anyways, are never like taped well.
No,
like the middle of it, you can actually see through like what's inside there. It's never like tightly taped.
Yeah, I hear
never
you.
like that. Yeah, so something that needs to be done, but I'm sure it won't be changed because they've probably got a million of those boxes now, you know.
For real, man. I was scared for my unions, man. Like the box is bigger than the actual shoebox as well. Like I don't know, it's with Nike. It's usually DPD who the courier is.
Yeah.
Like I just can't trust it. I just always get shook. So whenever I see a package come through, like through my door, I'm just like, thank God. Like
I'm always, you know what? For me, DPD around my area are usually really solid. Yeah, like the guy that is on my route is always pretty solid. But when it's Hermes or
they're dodgy.
Oh my God, or even UPS, they don't knock. Like
UPS runs off.
Ash, literally, I was just about to say, yeah. So I live in a flat, yeah. So they buzzed, so they knocked, right? And I had let my sister know as well. I said like, yo, I'm not gonna be home, but I've got this package coming to your address, yeah. So can you just be around? And she's like, yeah. She got it in the end, but she had to she heard the knock and she ran to the door, and the guy had already left the "sorry we missed you" thing, and he was halfway down the road already. Yeah, like
Jesus.
They just don't give a shit, man.
They're maybe I don't know if they're overworked, but they're off. As soon as they put it down, they're off. I've got a ring bell so I can actually see it.
Yeah,
and they literally just put it down, gone.
Terrible.
Every time I come out the door, I can see the van just like pulling off. It's crazy. I have to start claiming that I didn't get it and get my fucking money back. Keep doing that shit.
I swear.
Keep bumping it, yeah.
But yeah, do you know what was crazy? Last week when I got 2 pairs of neutral grey lows from Sneakers. One pair that was open completely, the shoe was fine. The pair that was closed was unlaced and had dirt on it.
That's so
What
weird.
the hell?
That's so
How'd
weird.
that happen?
You see some shit, man.
It's crazy.
There's some shit going on these days, man.
No.
Honestly. That's mad.
Nike, do better, man. At least like do blank boxes or at least cover in like plastic or something. I don't know. But you guys need to do better. There's too much swoosh branding on these boxes, man.
But where the product is now, with how much it's worth and how much everything's going for, they got to be more mindful of this now. That's it.
Companies as well need to have better like checks of the tracking and all that, because stuff shouldn't just be able to go missing.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. 100%.
Cool. On to the next, lads. This is the part of the podcast that we would like to call Take My Dough or Leave It, Bro. This is a quick fire round. One of us names a bunch of sneakers. The HSU team will have to say whether it's take my dough or leave it, bro. A simple game. And this week, it's my turn to set the tone. So, boys, let's go. The first shoe that we have, I hope you've got this open up on screen, lads.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Is the Nike SB Dunk High Pro in the maize and black colorway. And I think this has already come out in some retailers.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think a few others are delayed. I'm not sure. Delayed in UK. But D, what's your take on this? Is this a take my dough or leave it, bro?
Easy, leave it, man. It's so similar to the Michigan, isn't it? Really,
Yeah.
like it's literally very similar. And if it's not similar to the Michigan, then it's similar to the other thing. What was the other one? The yellow and black one or whatever that is. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Just again, the materials look really nice. It looks like, I'm sure it's like really plush and the quality is really good. But yeah, you got to be a big fan to be going after that. Like, not for me. What about you?
Yeah, for me, definitely a no. I don't know what it is about SB highs, but I find the highs really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Every one that I've tried just doesn't do it for me. And this colorway has been done sort of like a million times now. That no, thank you. Easy pass. Leave it, bro.
I think it's a treble from us, lads. For me, I'm not going to go for this. I think the toe box will crease disgustingly. If you wear this in the rain, if you accidentally step in a puddle, I know you probably wouldn't wear these in the rain, but just if you know what UK weather's like, just all of a sudden rains in summer, you're screwed, innit? So Yeah, for me, this is a leave it, bro. I mean, whoever gets this, I mean, it's still a good shoe, but yeah, just personally not for me, man. The next shoe, lads, is the Air Jordan 1 Bordeaux. That I'm sure you've got images in front of your screen right now.
I believe the images at the moment are a mock-up, but most likely what it's going to be from the colorway sounding, yeah.
It looks like it, yeah. It's always the story in it, but it looks like it's set for autumn 2021. It's got the regular white color blocking, silver swoosh, burgundy outsole, and then uppers. Yeah, basically the Bordeaux colorway. Ash, what are you saying? Take my dough, leave it, bro.
From these images that I'm seeing, it's another leave it, bro, for me. The silver swoosh just doesn't work with that sort of burgundy sort of color to it. That's just too warm, and that silver's just too aggressive for me. It just doesn't go together well. So I don't like that. If it was all like one color, it'd be better. But nah, leave it, bro.
Fair enough. D, how about you, man?
Do you know, like, burgundy is one of my favorite colors on a shoe. I think it's such a beautiful, rich color. Yeah, and this shoe is so disappointing, man. I think that firstly, the swoosh should not be silver. Like, I don't know why or how.
Weird choice. Yeah.
It's just like you said, Ash. It's like it just doesn't work. It's a clash, but it just doesn't work, right? And if that was black or burgundy, that would look beautiful. Someone had a mock-up of this shoe with a black toe and a black swoosh, and it looked absolutely unbelievable. And
I can imagine,
yeah, it just if that was what we were getting with the black toe and a black
hopefully swoosh, it is, but probably not.
Oh man, that would be
what we want.
That would be an easy cop for me because that is just a beautiful color. Like that burgundy is just so rich and so deep and just perfect. But yeah, for these, I'm not feeling them. It's a leave it for me in the current image, like in the current mock-ups that I'm seeing.
Fair enough, man. Yeah, for me as well. I think if it had a black swoosh, black laces, black tongue tab, I think that might work. Maybe even black outsole, so it wasn't like majority burgundy or maroon in that sense. Yeah, for me the silver swoosh doesn't work. I don't know, who knows, the value of it could be worth a lot. You might want to just pick one up for retail and see how it goes, but as it stands right now, yeah, not for me. I'm gonna leave it, bro. Okay, cool. On to the next shoe, lads, and we have the Nike SB Dunk Low cross Quarter Snacks collaboration, and it has this sort of zebra print across the mid-panel toe box, sort of heel counter as well. It's got I'm gonna say sail midsole. I don't know if that works. Anywho, pictures in there. Don't know if you can see that on screen. What are your take on this, Dean? Let's go to you.
They're not. Yeah, I don't like them. I don't really like them. But they're not bad, right? Like they're not.
The level looks all right.
Yeah, the materials look good.
Yeah, the material looks fine.
It's just the mid-panel zebra is like.
It's just weird, a little bit weird. Yeah, but it's not an offensive pair, is it? Really, it's just it's not for me. This one's an easy leaver, but again, like at least it's better than some other SB lows I've seen recently.
Yeah, for me, not a pair that I would be interested in wearing at all. As you said, the black bits look like the leather's pretty good, but that zebra pattern is just no, thank you. Easy pass on these.
Yeah, for me, I just think it's a little bit wild. It's a little bit.
It's what SB does, but not for me.
Yeah, which is fine because obviously, that is the motif, the theme that SB usually go for, which is why I've never really jumped on the SB. I think they're cool for like the collector who is an SB. They're gonna go for these and I suppose appreciate more than I would. Next shoe, lads, we have the New Balance 992 Raw Silk sneaker. Majority sort of beige uppers. Tongue is like a brown suede as well. It's got this sort of, I don't know, me and Ash were talking about this earlier, but the toe box Seems to have sort of like a mesh marbling kind of pattern on it. And then the 3M sort of, I don't know, stitching around the shoe. Gum sort of outsole speckled as well. I'll start this one off, lads. I think this is pretty cool. Very, very dope shoe. I think it will go with a lot of summer fits. There is a bit of cork on the heel collar, which seems cool. I think it's a very easy shoe to wear. Again, as Dean was saying, non-offensive to me. It'd be a take my dough if I can get them for retail. That would be cool. Ash, how about you? What's your take?
Yeah, I love my 992, so most of the stuff I would say take my dough on, but these just don't float my boat, Like, I like some aspects of it, but that toe box, that sort of mesh marbling look, I just don't think it works that well. And the little bits where it's got what looks like 3M, I would rather that be a different color as well. But I do like the cork hits and the speckles and all that, but in general, that bit just puts me off the toe box sort of area.
Fair. D, how about you, man?
Do you know, for me, I actually like the marble bits and stuff. I don't like the main upper colorway.
What color would you call that?
I don't know what it is, but I don't like it. It's like
oat.
Yeah, it's like I really like the bits like the speckled bits. I like the cork mo as well, like you were mentioning. Like there's a lot of details around this. I don't like the upper though. I just don't like the color on it, and it's weird. It's weird. It looks like a fingernail.
Oh my
God. Fingernail again.
It is. It's like a lighter shade of fingernail.
No, it is though, for real. That is.
It is.
Yeah.
It is like
it's got that
that weird, that hue, that fingernail hue in it that we're talking about, that new colorway. Yeah, so that's why, man. But I can see them like people wearing these and them looking sick, like every other 992 looks like, You lot are making me want to buy some New Balance today, man.
Even man. Join us.
I've got a few pairs now, but yeah, man. I sold that end one. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The box was the best part of that.
That was it, man. I bought that like what was it, like a year and a half ago, and I never wore it. I just loved the box. I just loved that Persian box. But had to go. Sad times.
Good shoe. The last shoe, lads. This is a pretty wild one. I just wanted to throw. Well, Ash sent this through actually, so we kind of just wanted to throw it in as like a little wild card. But it is the Adidas ZX 8000 Cross Bad Bunny Ice Cream. So I don't know if you can see it on screen, but it looks like it's melting. It's sort of drips going all over it. It's a majority, like it's a multicolored shoe. Let's put it that way. It does have a majority pink feel to it with a sort of contrasting blues, like sky blues to it. Sorts of very different types of materials on there. You got patent, suede, mesh. You got some like hard plastic on there. I mean, if you guys could see this, like Google it, whatever you need to do, have a look at the shoe. Dean, take my dough or leave it, bro, man.
Yeah. So this is an easy leave it. There's nothing about this pair that relates to his ethnicity, right?
Nah.
There's not a cultural pair, right? So I can be honest here. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, don't tell me this don't look like a shit custom job by someone. Don't tell me it don't look like that, because it does, man. What is this?
It looks like it's got Play-Doh stuck to it.
Like, this is terrible, man. Come on. Yeah, no, this is awful. Let me actually make sure there's no inspiration here that is relating to his ethnicity, though.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, Adidas do this thing where they bring out an amazing ZX 8000, ZX 10,000, and that immediately puts them like 2 steps forward. Yeah, but then they bring out something like 5 steps back again. And
I like the tongue tab.
Oh yeah, sort of wavy.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
You know?
I just
thing is, I appreciate the shoot. I think if you're gonna go with a theme, like go all out.
Do you know
He's
what?
definitely gone all out.
Yeah, Mo. Do you know what? Actually, looking at the pictures, there's a couple of images where it doesn't look that bad. Like I'm looking at this one now, with where you can see this pink. It's
Dubray.
Yeah, like it looks better, but I still think this is a very childish pair, isn't it? It's
But if you like compare it to the Chunky Donkey,
Oh
this one
yeah.
actually looks like it's an ice cream shoe. Chunky Donkey don't look like it's particularly like an ice cream shoe. They've gone like proper in on this one, which is I commend them for that. Obviously, hell no would never wear it.
Do you know what the bits that overlap on the midsole look really cheap, man. They look cheap.
I'd love to see what that
They
really
look
is
they
like.
look
It looks like it'll
fucking
come
cheap.
off, innit?
Yeah, it looks dreadful. The bit that looks nice to me is the pink upper bit on the front. That bit, like the way that sits, to me looks really good. But outside of that, the shoes are dumpster fire for sure.
That looks like it might be pattern leather around like the lace bit.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on this.
There's a lot going on with that.
Yeah, boy. I like the tongue tab though.
It is wild. So I take it that's a unanimous leave it, bro, from all three of us.
Yeah, I really appreciate it, but no, would never ever.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's easy.
All right, cool. Right. So guys, I mean, that takes us to the end of the podcast, man. We're about ready to close out episode 21 of Half Size Up. As always, it's been dope chopping it up with you boys. In the meantime, do we have any shout outs or honorable mentions? Dean, let's go to you first, man.
Just shout out to obviously you boys for, always being good fun. It's been nice to actually sit and talk again after a little break. Shout out to the wifey as well for, putting up with my shit all the time and dealing with me. I ain't the easiest person to deal with, especially when you're going on a city trip to a place that's very brown, and you got someone like me just noticing how brown everything looks and how depressing it is. So yeah,
everything's brown. Like
I was just looking around like shit. That's less brown than that one though. Oh, I was like, when the sun shines on it though, it looks beige.
Oh my god, that is jokes.
Yeah.
Ash, any shout outs, honorable mentions, man?
Yeah, shout out to the wifey as always. Shout out to Dan Batch for filling in, did a great job. Yeah, shout out to the dentist saving me from the epic pain. And yeah, shout out to you guys. Nice chatting to you guys again. It's been a minute.
For real. For me, yeah, big shout out to you boys. I know super busy. We all got like our busy lives, our work lives, but we always kind of manage to put in like an hour or a little bit more than an hour in order to put this podcast together for you guys. So yeah, massive shout out to you. And yeah, shout out to the local and global audience that's been tuning in, week out. A big shout out to you guys. Also, Half Size Up was brought to you today in conjunction with the Pink Miracle Sneaker Cleaner, the original shoe cleaner since 1985. Use our code HalfSizeUp15 for 15% off your purchase online. Don't forget, we're a weekly podcast and you can follow us on Instagram at HalfSizeUpPod. You can subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, many more, plus YouTube. We want to say a big thanks from the entire HSU team. I've been Merkel Moman with my co-host Dean Still.
Have a great week, everyone.
And Ash Bash.
Catch you later, people.
See you next week. We are outie. Big love, boys.
Nice.
Dean said that city was brown, Like.
It was, man.
That's so
How far away is it?